Hey, it's me, Sleepboy, and welcome back to another video. Now, I have some juicy news for you. This has been around for a few days already, that there's apparently an upcoming new part 3 LR. Here. I forgot to order it. Anyway, Proton, which is a very reliable source in the Dokkan community, very high accuracy rate and what this person says. After the last download or like DDL, we have 2 ID gaps between the 2 tables. ID ratios between the two are 7-7 and 49. This seems to be a very obvious TUR EZA, a very possible LR EZA. And then the only thing that explains the remaining ratio of IDs is another LR EZA or 3 Super EZAs, a new LR and TUR. As we can see here. And then we also have Rick, also very reliable source, who is... So the LR here does seem more likely to be summonable, since there's even one more slot missing from the card awakening table, the table for required awakening medals, and free-to-play units usually only require 1 set of medals per awakening. And here we have an example. To awaken them to an LR, you need 2 medals here. And this guy, who's a free-to-play unit, you only need 1 medal for both. So it's very likely that we're going to get a part 3 summonable unit, which is probably going to be an LR Dokkan Fest. Because we have also seen this, a new upcoming Dokkan event where you can get Dokkan medals, which points to a very likely the very likely outcome of being a new Dokkan Fest LR. Now, this reminds me, not only me, but a lot of people, of GT. This is Mount Pazuzu, when Goku and Pan and Trunks came back to the Earth after Baby has infected everyone or taken over everyone. So yeah, this is what it looks like, which would point, especially since here, I honestly hope so, maybe they could even use this for the card. There's just a lot of things pointing for it to be something like Baby, you know? It could be a new Baby. Now, this could also not mean Baby, because there's a lot of shit happening in Mount Pazuzu. It could, for example, as well be End of Z Goku. You might be like, what the fuck? But at the beginning of Z, maybe I can pull it up, I'm not sure. Dragon Ball Z, End of Z, nah, two times Z, it doesn't matter. Here. They're in Mount Pazuzu. That's where Goku lives. Is there any other shot? I know that there is yeah, here's Golden. Yeah, this is Mount Pazuzu. That's where they start out before they go to the tournament. Which I think the Truth has also pointed out. Because I saw this tweet made me aware of this. Here. Yeah, he said apparently the next Dokkan Fest is a Dokkan Fest LR. I wonder if it could be something outside of the box, like End of Z Goku or End of GT Goku. Okay, he didn't point that out, but there's just like that's just one of the many possibilities. I personally think Super Baby would make probably the most amount of sense. It would be honestly the most hype for me. I know there are people who are like daima. Sure, but at this point, I'm pretty sure that daima is gonna be anniversary. Like, I don't think they're gonna do much daima beforehand. I don't really think so. Maybe it could be daima as well. It could be, but this Dokkan stage wouldn't really make sense. I feel like this does not have anything to do with daima, because, well, he turned Super Saiyan 4 in the daima realm, and even outside of that, are they ever in Mount Pazuzu? I don't think so. You don't see them in Mount Pazuzu. You don't. I mean, it could also be the beginning of Dragon Ball. I mean, the beginning of Dragon Ball Z, they are also in Mount Pazuzu. I mean, for a short amount of time, but they are there. I think during the Cell Saga as well, so could be a lot of things. But considering that we are in a GT meta right now, and we haven't gotten a replacement for GT for Baby, because think about it. Okay, this is maybe a little bit of conspiracy theory here, but think about it. Actually, we can take Proton GT for Proton GT for this. We could search time limited boost. Okay, limited time boost characters. These were for part 1. We had the Vegeta Blue and we had the Rose. We got replacements for both. We got a new Rose plus Zamasu. Then we got Rose clones, so that guy is that's a replacement for this guy. We got the fusing Goku and Vegeta. Now you might be like, that's not a replacement for the VB, but we also got a Super EZA VB, so it's also a replacement for this guy. Then I don't know if he has this listed. No, it doesn't seem like it. But then for part 2, we already know Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta. We got replacements for both in the terms of Super EZAs. You know, both got replaced by Super EZAs from the second years. Part 1, or like the 10th year anniversary, I think it's time limited buff. Yeah, for some reason it's time limited buff. Temporary buff. This was 10th year anniversary, I think. We got a Gogeta and a Vegito, which both got replaced by a Gogeta and a Vegito. You know, the fusing ones, and then the standalone Super EZAs. This Gohan got replaced by the 10th year anniversary Gohan. This Cell got replaced by a Super EZA Cell, and after that the DFE Cell. And then beforehand, maybe, was it? But yeah, that's just something that I've noticed, you know, that these time limited buffs are, like, most of the time, or like pretty much since the introduction, they have always been replaced by a new counterpart, besides the Super Baby 2, which also has a time limited buff, but hasn't been replaced yet. I mean, you could maybe be arguing that it's the Int Super EZA Baby 2, but you cannot really take this guy into modern content yet. I mean, it depends on how Dokkan interprets it. We know Dokkan is a little bit weird with that, so maybe they could see it, but it wouldn't really be a replacement for that baby, because you cannot put him in every content like you can do with the Super Baby 2 that has the temporary buffs right now. So I think that just points to a possibility that it's like another like indicator that it could be Super Baby 2. I mean, I'm only theorizing here, but I just think it's a pretty what do you say? Pretty convincing argument for me as well. Like, what else could it be, actually? What else could it be? Like I said, End of Z Goku. End of GT, would End of GT work? I mean, sure. End of GT Goku could work in the sense that they do it like, this is where he started out, and then, you know. Or, I just remembered. Goku Junior meets Goku. In the movie, yeah, in the movie, he gives Goku Jr. the last Dragon Ball, or like the Dragon Ball, the 4-star Dragon Ball, on Mount Pazuzu. Okay, could actually be End of GT. I completely forgot that. I was thinking about the end of GT. You know, not the movie, but the end of the show. And then I remembered that in the movie, literally, he meets Goku Jr. on Mount Pazuzu. So there is a good chance that it could be End of Z or GT. But I think Baby 2 is just more likely. I think it would be super hype if we got an End of Z Goku or an End of GT Goku, because both have crazy aura for me. Bro, End of GT Goku has such an aura, bro, of mysteriousness, of bro, mysterious aura, you know? As a kid, I was always like, how strong is he, bro? He needs to be so strong, he's so cool. So I think it could be happening, but to be honest, I don't think that Dokkan would ever consider this hype enough for like a major release. They would probably just make it a free-to-play unit, like End of GT Goku, which is sad, but I think Super Baby 2 has a higher chance. Besides that, it could be Cell Saga, Mastered Goku. Yeah, thank you, bro. Cell Saga. But anyway, they were chilling at Goku's house for like the time period until the Cell games. So there is a good chance that it could also be something like that. Or not a good chance, but it could happen. You know, it's not a good chance, but it could happen. I'm just going through every possibility. It could be something Dragon Ball Classic related, but we already got that from the beginning of Dragon Ball, so I don't really see it. It could be the beginning of Z, because Dragon Ball Z Goku House. The beginning of Z, they're at his house for like a short while. No, with the Gohan. Wait. Gohan waterfall. The fuck is this? The scene where Gohan falls down the waterfall and then Goku comes with the Jindo Jun. Bro, fuck off, man. But you know what I mean. He saves him with the Jindo Jun, and for that amount they're like at that place. I mean, there are some possibilities that you could like pull out of your ass, but I think it's probably Super Baby 2. I mean, it makes the most amount of sense. We currently are like GT. We have a Super Baby 2 that has not really been replaced yet. I mean, you could argue the Int Super or the Int EZA, but you cannot take him into battle, so it's not a real replacement. You know, if you really think about it, they have always replaced the characters with like characters that you can use everywhere. So I mean, it would be maybe the first exception, who knows, but I think there's a good chance that we get a Super Baby 2. And another thing that points towards it are the Super Easy Ace and Easy Ace. Wait, let me actually pull it up. Where is there? Let me actually pull it up. And by the way, what the fuck is this? Why is this restricted, bro? What is it? What, like, is she... I hate this. There's only two that are doing this. For some reason, like, some posts I cannot see, even though there's nothing crazy wrong with it. Where are the Super Easy Ace? Yeah. It's not been updated for a while, but... here. Because... Super Baby. Super 17 plus pan. And this pan, I think, is like this would make sense because this is the one that like travels through space with GT Goku. So it would make sense that you would take this pan and Easy A her. So you have two Easy A's that would fit that. I mean, do you have anything here that fits End of Z Goku or End of GT Goku? Not really. Do you have something that fits Cell Saga? You do. These three would fit. But other than that, I mean, Saiyan Saga would also fit because of these two. But other than that, there's nothing really that would fit. And then for Super Easy Ace, oh, this is like a really old one. I think I scrolled down a little bit too far, but for Super Easy Ace, you have another Super 17 Super Easy A. So as well, another GT Bosses Super Easy A. And if you are willing to go even further, you have two more GT Super Easy A's that you could Easy A. And would make sense because we have these guys getting Easy 8, which is the first Worldwide Download Celebration, and this is the second one. And then we would have the first and second Worldwide Download Celebration, Super Easy A in one celebration. That would make a lot of sense. So, yeah, I think it just makes sense that it's gonna be Super Baby 2. You could maybe, yeah. I think it makes sense. So yeah, I think it's Super Baby 2. Maybe they just pull something out their ass entirely and do something randomly. That could also be the case, but I feel like most things point towards it being Super Baby 2. What do you guys think? Do you guys think it's going to be Super Baby 2? Do you think it's going to be something else entirely? What do you guys want to happen? I know a lot of you guys are probably hyped for Daima and want Daima to happen, but I just don't think it's going to be Daima. Personally, I think Daima is going to happen anniversary. I also don't think it's going to be Tanabata. Because for Tanabata, I see... Where are the Easy A's? For Tanabata, I see like a Frieza Saga celebration to be the most likely, because look at this. And then you could also have this. So yeah, there's like 6 Easy A's for that. And then not only that, the Super Easy A's also kind of point towards it, because you have this Frieza free-to-play that you could Easy A, or Super Easy A. You have the Ginyu Force, which you could Super Easy A. You have the Cooler, which you could Super Easy A. You have this Golden Frieza that you could Super Easy A, but I don't think that would be the case. I think these two would Super Easy A together. You have this Trunks, which could Super Easy A. But he would probably Super Easy A when this year would Easy A. So yeah, I think we really have to wait for Daima until the anniversary, which is crazy. I mean, maybe we get like a New Year's Daima, or in the heroes slot where we would normally get heroes, we get like Daima, or like at the end of the year we get like another Daima DFE or whatever. But yeah, that's what I currently think. I'm fine with it, bro. Super Baby 2 deserves another DFE, or like deserves a DFE, and I'm hyped to see him with good animations because, bro, how has he been hold for so long? It's Super Baby 2. This guy was literally Goku Black before Goku Black existed. It was Vegeta Black, basically Vegeta White. He's way too cool to be getting hold this much. So yeah, anyway, see you guys in the next video. Bye. Like, subscribe.